social media marketing project created by Jeff Berkey, Christine Habuda, and Saban Rodriguez. Walsh University, MBA 743, Dr. Philip Kim, October 2015. In 1950, the Stark Soil and Water Conservation District, better known as the SWCD, began operating under the supervision of a 5-member elected Board of Supervisors. Working congruently with other county agencies along with neighboring county conservation groups, the SWCD provides services focusing on the protection and proper use of their county's natural resources. Recently, the SWCD has rebranded itself with a new logo, implemented their first website, which is utilized to post informative articles and promotional materials that are relevant to its intended audience, as well as updating their mission statement as seen in the previous slide. As of October 1st, 2015, the offices of the Stark Soil and Water Conservation District have relocated to 2650 Richfield Drive Northeast, Suite 100, Massillon, Ohio, in order to extend their level of outreach services to the community. This list of services includes providing potential property buyers with pertinent information regarding the site, monitoring erosion, manure storage protocols, and inadequate water sources. In addition, the SWCD is working vigorously with their agricultural producers to develop guidelines for managing drainage and waste issues, while creating educational resources regarding construction sites, stormwater management, a national pollutant discharge elimination system, as well as county standards pertaining to the natural gas wells currently under production. Along with social media tools mentioned on the slide, the SWCD continues to employ traditional marketing methods to enhance their brand recognition. These include press releases in local newspapers, postcards, and various mailers pertaining to a calendar of upcoming projects and demonstrations hosted by the organization.
Stark Soil and Water Conservation District has a number of different target audiences, including residential, commercial, and rural landowners and agricultural producers in Stark County. Target audience members range in age from teens to older adults, and each target market communicates differently. For example, social media such as Facebook and Twitter may be effective with some audiences, such as residential owners and college students, but it is not effective in reaching the agricultural producers. The organization's two largest target markets consist of the urban communities, with whom the organization holds contracts and enforces EPA regulations, and the agricultural producers, which include a wide variety of small and large-scale operations. These two key groups are largely responsible for most of the organization's funding. Stark Soil and Water Conservation District does not have any direct competitors and relies rather heavily on partnerships with other organizations in an attempt to maximize its limited resources. Stark Soil and Water Conservation District has several strengths working in its favor. The organization has an excellent reputation for its in-depth knowledge base regarding conservation efforts and drainage issues. In addition, the staff is open to change, which is a benefit for an organization looking to expand its social media efforts. A major weakness of the staff is that the entire staff is new. The most senior member of the staff has only been employed there for 18 months. This means that there is not a senior staff member to go to when something unfamiliar arises. Opportunities include the ability to partner with various county and state organizations. This enables the organizations to combine their limited resources to accomplish things. Currently, the only threats facing the organization are budget cuts. The organization's budget was cut by $50,000 last year. Stark Soil and Water Conservation District would like to use social media marketing to help get its message out to its target audience members. One main objective is to build up a volunteer base, enabling the organization to build onto the activities it currently offers. It would also like to promote its agricultural programs and build a stronger base in that audience. Additionally, the organization would like to promote new programs being offered, such as its first-time homeowners workshops. Another objective is spreading information about urban programs and other things like rules and regulations and best management practices to assist stormwater systems. Stark Soil and Water Conservation District also wants to help connect producers to resources for conservation practice implementation, in addition to providing them with information and on-site examples of best management practices.
The target market for the social media marketing campaign will be based on demographic and geographic factors combined. The geographic area for targeting is going to be urban areas. Urban areas have a 9% increase of social media usage over rural areas. Within that urban area, we will then focus on the demographic of age. We've broken this demographic into two sections, primary and secondary. The primary age range will be 30 to 49 to be targeted. The secondary age range will be 18 to 29. We broke these up into two different age groups. Primary, ages 30 to 49, because although there is a decrease in social media usage over the secondary group, they have an increased interest in the environment and the changing of their lifestyle specifically for the environment. However, the secondary group will still require targeting because they do have an overall increased social media presence over the primary group.
Social media zones and vehicles will be centered around three main areas: conservation education, building a volunteer base, and the promotion of events. Initially, social media marketing for conservation education will include the social community zone and the social publishing zone. Focusing its efforts on the social community zone will enable the organization to develop relationships with Stark County residents, while efforts spent on the social publishing zone will help with the dissemination of information to the target audience. Down the road, resources permitting, Stark Soil and Water Conservation District may want to enter the social entertainment zone with the creation of conservation educational themed social games. It may also choose to enter the social commerce zone by opening a storefront on Facebook where it can retail its conservation related items such as rain barrels, composting kits, and tree saplings. Stark Soil and Water Conservation District will present itself as an expert resource for information and guidance regarding conservation education and practice in the social community zone. It can promote conservation by utilizing its Facebook page and Twitter account to keep Stark County residents informed on best practices for conservation management and pollution prevention. The organization can also post rules and regulations on storm drain safety, announce upcoming educational programs, post permit requirements for member communities, and publish information on grants and demonstrations for agricultural producers. Should resources allow, it can use sites like Instagram and Pinterest to post images of its two new demonstration gardens, the pollinator habitat and the rain garden, to generate interest and draw traffic to its Facebook page or website for additional information.
The SWCD intends on expanding some of their more popular projects and demonstrations by restructuring them into community events. For example, the organization could expand its summer rain barrel project by teaming with local 4-H groups, Boy Scout troops, vocational school chapters of the FFA, and the university art students to host a barrel decorating contest and silent auction. The community could bid on a barrel of their choice, and any generated revenue would supplement the district's educational agenda. Another opportunity to bolster conservation education, community awareness, and augment monetary resources centers on the Stark County Community Garden Network. Using a designated parcel of land, SWCD volunteers and staff could grow fruits and vegetables to sell at the local farmers market. By sponsoring these types of events, the SWCD has the potential to not only build brand awareness and follower loyalty, but solidify the importance of each person's role in conserving Stark County's natural resources.
Stark Soil and Water Conservation Districts can use a blog for both conservation education through articles or newsletters and to drive traffic to its website. The blog can also link readers to partner organizations and link agricultural producers to resources like grants. Conservation photographs and photos from its events can be posted in either a photo gallery or a photo blog. Educational videos can be posted to the blog or YouTube. These videos can be simple slide presentations, which can also be posted to SlideShare, recorded lectures, or videos taken at events. Social media plugins are suggested on these sites to enable users to connect and share with other social media sites.
The SWCD could employ a social commerce zone strategy by selling Christmas cards on their website. Residents of Stark County could submit scenic photographs that, if selected, could be transformed into an excellent resource for promoting the organization. The result has a threefold potential. 1. The event would increase their social media exposure. 2. An improved revenue stream. And number 3, nurture its connection with the community. According to Ditto in 2015, it is important for the organization to be aware that this particular zone strategy addresses pre-conversion, pre-sale considerations, transactions, and post-transaction activities in the following 4 stages: attract, engage, convert, and retain.
Social media activities supporting conservation education can center around several themes. For example, seasonal topics such as what to do with unwanted grass clippings, autumn decorations like pumpkins and bales of straw, fallen leaves, live Christmas trees, and holiday cards and gift wrap can be promoted. Along with these messages, the organization can promote various timely education programs around composting and mulching. Stark Soil and Water Conservation District can also establish a partnership with the Stark Tuscarawas Wayne Recycling District to promote a campaign on how improper disposal of prescription drugs can affect the water table quality. Campaign names that elicit feelings of doing one's duty to protect the county's natural resources may be used as a call to action for Stark County residents to educate themselves on best practices for conservation management. Some examples could be Save Our Soil, Save Our Water, or something like Unite, Conserve, Protect. Trivia questions can also draw users to consume the educational content. Water conservation messages can run along with promotions for the Rain Barrel event. How-to videos can be used for distribution of educational content. Brand engagement can also be encouraged through a variety of contests. The organization can solicit user-generated content for any number of conservation education themes and promote contests which users can enter and judge to determine winners. Schools and other organizations should be notified of upcoming contests to encourage participation. Contests could include the creation of essays, poems, mottos or slogans, artwork, photos, videos, public service messages, and more. The idea is to get people talking about the organization and its educational messages and to share this information with others in their networks.
To activate this social media marketing plan, we'll need to break this up into the sections specifically speaking to education and then also to the events and the volunteer recruitment. To activate education via Facebook and Twitter, we're going to utilize the program Buffer. This is going to streamline the process of posting on social media. It's also going to create efficiencies when there is a lack of resources. So to activate these initiatives, we'll need an agenda of committed social media activities to take place and really understand how often these need to take place. The frequency for these social media postings to Facebook and Twitter, there needs to be a commitment of at least 1.5 times per day or 5 to 10 times per week. This frequency of posting will maintain engagement without creating white noise. The activation plan for education will also include a blog. The blog posts will need to be at least once per month in the beginning. As engagement increases and blog followers grow, the frequency will need to be increased. This will include educational information that needs a forum for longer content that Facebook and Twitter post. The Facebook and Twitter posts will guide the users to the blog, where they will then be able to read in detail educational information when it's available. The activation plan for events first involves the creation of a Facebook event page for each upcoming event. This Facebook event page will share with followers events to attend along with how they may volunteer. The events will be promoted through the weekly social media posts. Also, for each event that is coming up, a marketing video will need to be created. This video can include a message about what the event is about and encourage volunteers to participate. This will need to be uploaded to YouTube, and the link can be shared in the weekly social media posts as well. In an effort to recruit new volunteers and raise awareness overall of volunteer opportunities within your organization, you're going to want to create a hashtag specific to each event. This hashtag will promote sharing and posting on social media. Along with this, you'll want to make social media friendly events at your volunteering opportunities. These events should promote social publishing activities such as sharing and likes of pictures that have the hashtag for that specific event. One idea would be to set up a photo booth or a selfie station where volunteers can take pictures of themselves volunteering at your event and then attach that hashtag and share it on social media. This will raise the visibility of the volunteer opportunities within your organization. You can see in these examples how other organizations are using hashtags to promote and raise awareness of their volunteering activities. The Habitat for Humanity one specifically says help restore with donation pickups Thursday and Friday, sign up today. It speaks specifically to the need and when and where they can help. The photos are seen for Target along with Make-A-Wish, just promoting the activity and allowing the volunteers an opportunity to share their experience with their friends and followers.
Success of the campaigns can be measured in several different ways. Stark Soil and Water Conservation District will compare baseline information on the current number of volunteers and compare it to the number of volunteers generated after each individual campaign. If the number of volunteers increases, the organization will know that a particular campaign was a success. It will also monitor the number of attendees at each event it holds and compare that with baseline attendance rates from previous events. If attendance increases, the campaigns have been successful in drawing people to its events. The organization can also keep track of how many EPA violations it sees occurring within its urban communities compared to past numbers of violations. If the number of violations decreases, the organization will know that its educational messages are getting out to its target audience. In addition, Stark Soil and Water Conservation District can monitor its sales for the conservation items that it sells, such as tree saplings, rain barrels, and composting kits, and compare the current sales figures with past sales figures for those items. If sales increase, the campaigns have been successful.
With a multitude of social marketing platforms available to promote the organization's brand, the Stark SWCD must realistically determine how to achieve the greatest amount of exposure with a limited social media budget. In doing so, the marketing team must first answer some basic questions. 1. What platform should the organization concentrate its focus? 2. How often will they post? Number 3. How many campaigns should be running simultaneously? And number 4. Who will be responsible for creating the content? According to SWCD District Administrator Amanda Crawford, one limitation at present is the number of staff on their marketing team, which currently includes an administrative assistant and herself. However, she is extremely committed to bolstering this number by recruiting volunteer social media enthusiasts and utilizing internship programs with local high schools and universities. At this time, with the shortness of staff, it is recommended that the majority of their social media activity continue to be focused on its Facebook and Twitter activity, due to their abilities to draw large audiences with low operation and maintenance costs. Another hurdle to overcome is budgetary limitations. Currently, the SWCD does not have an allocated budget for their social media activity per se, so when a project does present itself, Crawford has stated they try to adjust their marketing budget accordingly. However, our research has found that organizations similar in size and operation to theirs should be committed to spending anywhere from 9 to 14% of their total budget on social marketing. This information has been passed along to Ms. Crawford for her consideration. At this time, Chris, Shaban, and myself would like to take this opportunity to thank SWCD District Administrator Amanda Crawford for her willingness to respond to our emails, phone calls, and attending our group conference calls, some of which were outside normal business hours. Your kindness, generosity, and professionalism has earned you 3 new loyal SWCD followers. We look forward to working with you in the near future.